Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and rinsed this out. Figured it was time. This comes off right here. Of course, I could take this off, but I figured just leave the glass cylinder on there. This is an extra one from an old one. And also, it doesn't only fit the U-well, but it fits that smock device too. Now, I've had issues with the wattage. It's not an issue per se, but if you get the coils that come with it, the mesh rather, mesh coils, well, probably the same thing, but I call it mesh, the wire, it's going to burn so hot. And you have to figure out what's the right wattage on your device, because sometimes you get those dry hits, and you don't want those dry hits, believe me. Oh my God, it just burns the cotton. I mean, just, whoa, it's rough. So I would say start off with a low wattage. You'll know, I mean, it's for you, it's your build. I mean, it's gonna be based upon the amount of juice. Is it flooded? There's some factors here. How thick the cotton is, which we'll get to on one of these videos here about, you know, fluffing your cotton. How far to, you know, press it up against the mesh here, because it's got a spring in that little white part too. Let me see if I can get it close to the camera. You see that little white square U-shaped on the bottom of the dome, the horseshoe? Well, it's spring loaded too. So when you insert the cotton into the tube and push it in there, you can hold that down and it'll offer some pressure up against the mesh, which that's what you want. You want your cotton snug up there. You don't want your cotton to be so thick it can't hold the juice, but you do want it snug regardless, you know, so up against the, pushing up against the roof there. So I'll get that in a minute. And this was from an older thing. I just shoved it in here. This is what you take off to fill it. And I just kind of shoved that in there. And I like this. I mean, it works the same as the one that came with it, but I don't think I still have it because I did drop this, and that part chipped or broke. So I got this one off an old one. And let me give you some words of advice. In my experience, you always want to keep one of these little rubber bands around. I think they come with it too, but you'll know. And you want to try to always use this flat cylinder type glass, because if you look here, you notice how it recesses below this metallic part. So if it does tip over and you drop, it won't become so easy to break. The ones that bulge out, even though I like those more, they're just waiting to break. Because as soon as you tip this over, the first thing that makes contact with whatever it falls on is the glass. So you want this cylinder flat one, because like I said, it does stay slightly below the part here that's going to protect it if it does fall onto something. So you have a little barrier there. That's pretty good. So I'll be right back in a minute to start building this thing for you.